So welcome ladies and gentlemen to another one of my Master League type videos, PES 2020. Of course we're talking about today, and I wanted to do my top 8, that's right, 8 improvements or additions that I want to see for PES 2020. Now obviously they're not all going to be added and none of them may very well be included or tweaked, but this is my opinion, and I still feel like if Konami want to push the boundaries of PES further, not only for their online game mode of My Club, but Master League has to come back as well, because there is still a big core audience that plays the Master League series. So let's dive into number 1. These are in no specific order. I've just put 8 together. Let's dive into it, and I hope you guys do agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments, but yeah, here is my top 8 improvements that I want to see for PES 2020. So number 1 is the menus, okay? I did a whole video about this as well. The menu system is lacking big time. You compare it to the likes of FIFA, and obviously you will because it's a competitor, but it hasn't really improved. If anything, and if you did see my Master League video about the menus, PES 2016 was actually better than 17, 18, 19. It just was. It had more to look at on the home menu. It was laid out better. You had the team spirit there. You didn't have to go into sub-menus. You know, and for some reason, Konami have gone down this road of removing features, removing elements from it. I don't know why. Maybe they're going for a more minimalistic feel, but it's not really working. So menus is something that needs to change. One big addition would be simply to use the bumpers, the triggers. We'll get our controller out, in fact, right here, PlayStation 4. Simply use L1, R1 to switch menus. To go from one menu to the next, to the game plan, to the next thing. It will be so much easier than me having to scroll and go through sub-menus on the left-hand side. One simple addition. So number 1, we'll keep it short and sweet. The menu, the UI system has to be improved. Moving on, number 2 itself will be the transfers. That's right. The transfer system has never, ever been addressed by Konami in the right way. Every single year, we get promises about how they're going to be improved, they're going to be this, they're going to be that. This year, yes, they were better once we got the patch that fixed the problem with teams selling them all at the beginning of the season. I mean, we remember the days where you used to have little smiley faces for picking up players. That was kind of funny, a little bit laughable, but that was done, wasn't it? But now they've got to start using realistic transfer fees. You don't need licensing, and this isn't even a licensing issue. You don't need licensing to put in realistic transfers for players. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo, at a minimum, is worth 100 million because he went to Juventus for that amount. Lionel Messi, obviously, way up there. You shouldn't be able to buy these players for 20, 30 million in this day and age. But they also sort of need to redo it from the ground up. If you're going to do that, if you're going to put realistic transfers in, every element of transfers, negotiations, inquiring about transfers has to be built from the ground up. And that's why, unless Konami have been doing this now for a while, and yes, they said there's a 3-year plan. We are into number 2 now with PES 2020, I think. You know, is it going to be in there? I don't know. I'm hesitant, but I know for a fact that transfers themselves have to be improved, and we've got to go down a realistic path. So that's number 2. My number 3 is actually about the pre-season. Okay, because right now there is nothing in PES. There's no pre-season. You play literally the ICC Cup, 3 games, and that's it. You sit there and you literally watch the calendar just go through the days. There's nothing to engage you. There's nothing to make you feel like you're an actual manager of a club. And that's the whole point of Master League. It always has been about being a part of a club, building a team, building a foundation, and trying to win competitions. You don't see it. You know, like I said, you play 3 ICC matches, even if they're irrelevant to you. Even if you're Burnley, you're still playing them. Doesn't make sense. And that is it. You play FIFA, you have more depth, there's more going on, you can see news stories happening and players that are transferring or players that are not happy. Some players got injured and he's torn his ACL. News articles, you know, it's just more engaging to look at. And Konami have to realize that preseason is important. It is important to actually produce your team, develop them. Maybe if you play a couple of preseason matches, your team spirit will go up. Right now, for me, I sim them. There is no point me playing preseason. It's no fun. It doesn't entice me to play it any more than just skipping it and getting on with another dull kind of season. So for me personally, I would love to see a more in-depth preseason mode. It's not a mode, is it? But preseason, where a couple of months you're developing your team. Maybe you're getting scouts to go out and scout some different players. You want to improve different positions, train your players. There's a lot that can be done in preseason. And right now, it's just non-existent. Moving on to number 4, we have the regens. Okay, now if you don't know what that is, it is when players who retire come back at 16, 17 years of age. So say Ronaldo, and you played a long season, and Messi, 6, 7 years. They've retired, and now they're back as a 17-year-old. Ruins it for me. Ruins the experience. I don't want Cristiano Ronaldo as a 17-year-old playing with him or trying to buy him. If anything, let us remove that option, because I personally don't like having it. I'm sure a lot of other people don't like having it. It's pretty simple. Just generate random players that come through the youth. And, some can be good, some can be bad. It's all about finding a player that you scout and you develop. But having regens is a big no-no for me. Either have the option to switch them off or don't have them. I don't like them. Do you? Let me know. But that's my number 4. So number 5 is actually about customization. Okay, this is just something added extra that I feel could be a little bit of fun. Because Master Leagues always let you customize your manager a little bit, but nothing too extreme. And I don't know, I just feel like, because PES has a pretty big edit mode, it's a lot bigger than FIFA's, obviously, for licensing reasons. That's why we get to play with the teams and get the kits. So Konami have the advantage of having that edit mode already, but enhancing that further in Master League, letting you customize your manager even more. I don't know, maybe even... There is so many options they could do. Having the customization of building your own stadium and changing your dugout, changing the turf, the seats. If you've got an assistant manager, maybe you could customize him. I don't know. There's different elements that you could put in the game in Master League, because a lot of people like to do that. I do enjoy creating my own manager. I've always used Luigi, as you guys know, and he looks ridiculous half the time, but it's fun to sit down and just play around with the customization. Just like a racing game, you want to customize your car. I think it's something they could add. It's not a massive thing, no, but for me, a little bit extra could go a long way. So number 5, bit of customization. And let me know as well in the comments what kind of customization you guys would like, because I think it is quite hard to justify exactly what should be, enhanced and customizable. So yeah, if you have any opinions and everything else, let me know. That's my number 5. Now number 6 is a pretty big one for me. It's the injuries or lack of injuries. Now, I've seen a few, okay? I will admit, this year, more than any other year, I've actually had players getting injured. Odriozola's been injured a lot. Pogba was out for a little bit. But it's only about a week or 2, and not even 2. It's about 4 days up to a week, and that's it. I mean, I had Odriozola one match, running around, clutching his hamstring, severely injured. I had no substitutes, and you guys may remember the episode, and I had to play with him until he had to literally go off. I couldn't bring anyone else on, and he was out for a week. I mean, come on, a week? He literally pulled his hamstring. He should be out for at least a month or 2, if not 3. And I think that's a problem. And it's not just the lack of injuries for me, it's the CPU as well. I don't want to see every single team have all their best players non-stop, especially when you go into the game plan. Why can't there be a little icon, a little plus that says, that's in red, which is the injury sign, Aguero is out for a month with a torn this, that and the other. Ronaldo's out because he's, dislocated his shoulder. I don't know, something, or maybe a goalie would be a good dislocation, or dislocated his shoulder could be De Gea, whatever, Leno for Arsenal. It doesn't matter, but I just want to see random injuries happening for me, for the CPU. Why? Because it means you have to use your squad and have more depth. There isn't enough depth in your squad. You don't see that enough. And that's a problem because you get to play the same team players over and over again. So yeah, for me, injuries are still something that needs to be worked on, and I want to see injuries across the board. I want to see news stories about injuries. As I said before, that's all it is. It's just getting realism into Master League now, because I think this is the thing that Konami have to realize, and I was actually thinking about this the other day. Most teenagers are playing FIFA. Why? They don't care about licenses, okay? They don't care about... Actually, they do care about licenses. They don't care about gameplay. Now, you may be a teenager and you may disagree. Okay, I apologize. But I can guarantee you that most, 14, 15-year-olds are not worrying if a game is realistic in that sense. They just want to play, pick up and play, quick, easy, and with their teams. And that's where the majority of FIFA fans are going. Now, most PES fans, like myself, I'm 30, okay? I'm 30, I've played most PES games. In fact, I've played them all, even back in the N64 days and ISS, when they didn't have club teams. It was just international. I'm playing Master League because I enjoy it. I like the realism more than I do with FIFA. So I can guarantee you that most people playing Master League now are 30 plus, 25 plus. No one younger than 25 really. Most are older generation. We want realism. We don't want arcadiness. There may be the few that may want it, but personally, I want more realistic stuff, and Konami have to remember that. I know my club's huge for them. They make the money there, the revenue comes in, but Master League is still a game mode that people like myself who have been around for, a couple of decades now playing PES, we want that realistic Master League. So, that's what I'm saying. Injuries, got to step it up. Alright, number 7 is about league structure, okay? This is about not being able to sort of customize your leagues to your liking. Because, let's be honest, a lot of the community, over at PES Universe, we spend hours and hours and hours. We have kit editors and everything else. We spend hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours working on kits and making leagues for you guys to play. And it's a shame that in Master League you can't change that. It's a shame in Master League you can't change the European Cup competitors, Why can't we do that? I know they don't have the Champions League anymore. That's fine. Not needed. They didn't do much with it anyway. But why can't we make sure that Man City are playing in the Champions League next season? So is Liverpool or Juventus or Real Madrid, Barcelona, because when you start a Master League, you've got certain teams like... you can even have a mid-table Everton playing in the Champions League for whatever reason. No, we should be able to customize those. PES is about customization. It always has been. So allow us to have those options to customize the leagues to our liking. If we create a certain league, say we created a 3rd division or a 2nd division in the English League. Why can't we add a 3rd league there so we can have the Premier League, the Championship, and League One? And then possibly remove another league from somewhere else. I'm sure Konami could do it. It would give a lot of people the satisfaction of having that option to do it, because people do play with teams from lower opposition, League 1, League 2. And we also create those leagues. So, yeah, that would be a nice addition. The league structure, being able to change it accordingly would be a big, big bonus. Okay, and number 8, my final one, just for a little bit of fun. Okay, this is something that isn't in PES, but I was thinking, you know what? Why don't they bring back the shop? Remember those days we used to be able to buy stuff? A little shop. I mean, some of them are ridiculous. You used to be able to dinosaur heads and silly balls and stuff. Tall players with massive heads. It was a laugh, though, wasn't it? It was a bit of fun. And I know, Master League realism, okay. But you can make a shop within Master League that enables you to buy a 4th kit or a 5th kit. EA have it with the catalogue that they have in FIFA. You can do this, or this, that, and the other. You can have extra finances. Maybe you can purchase that if you win the season. I don't know. There's options for them to have a little shop that you can spend your GP or whatever you get and use it in Master League. I don't see why we can only use GP in my club. Allow us to use it in offline. Allow us, if we don't want to play online, to use it offline and have a little bit of fun. Maybe a really unique type of Master League because you've got certain things happening. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. The shop was always a little bit of a laugh. I enjoyed it. It was silly. It was a fun, So, for me, bring the shop back, Konami. It could be It could be fun. There's a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. That is my top 8, or my 8 additions, improvements, whatever you want to call them for PES 2020 that I would love to see. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'm always, interested to see what you guys have to say. But yeah, I thought today would be a bit of a change of pace purely because I'm always putting Master League out. And regarding Football Manager, yeah, I've kind of... unless I have the time to sit down for hours and hours and hours, it's so much work to edit that, and I don't have the time to learn it. So right now, we're going to be sticking with the Master League and plowing through it because I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys are too. But until next time, subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts, and take care.